One Lanka. Good news for everyone.
This afternoon, we will be providing an update on a tragic act of violence in Barrhaven that has left 6 people deceased, including 4 young children, as well as 1 injured male. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge that this has been a very difficult, complex, and active investigation. Some of the details we will share today are disturbing. Here's what we can tell you. At about 10:52, yesterday evening, the Ottawa Police Service received 2 911 calls from the Berrigan Drive area, reporting a suspicious incident where a male was yelling and asking people to call 911. Our team was immediately dispatched, and the first officer arrived on scene minutes later. As multiple units began to arrive, officers identified a suspect who was quickly arrested without incident. Paramedics were also called and were arriving. Officers entered the home to check on the safety of those inside, and that is where they began to discover the 6 victims, the youngest of which is less than 3 months old. The family are newcomers to Canada and are originally from Sri Lanka. We have been working to advise the families of the deceased, many of whom are overseas. The father and husband of the victims was found at the scene and was injured. He was taken to hospital where he is in serious but stable condition. The deceased are 35-year-old Darshani Bombar Anaike Ekanaike. She is the mother of the children. Their 7-year-old son, Anuka Wikrama Singh. Their 4-year-old daughter, Ashwini. Their 2-year-old daughter, Rinayana. And their 2.5-month-old daughter, Kelly. Also found deceased is 40-year-old Americone Gamini Americone, who is an acquaintance of the family who has been living at the home. He recently arrived in Canada. The investigation has found that an edged weapon was used to cause the deaths and injuries. To be clear, this was a mass killing, not a mass shooting. We have arrested and charged a 19-year-old male, Frank D'Souza, with 6 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. The accused is a Sri Lankan national who is believed to have been in Canada as a student. I'll emphasize, he is the only suspect. We know there are a lot of questions about why this tragedy occurred. This is the focus of our homicide unit as they diligently investigate this tragic crime. Our investigators and forensic teams are working very hard to determine all of the facts and ensure justice is done. But that also means we must maintain the integrity of the investigation for court. I want to emphasize, this was a senseless act of violence perpetrated on purely innocent people. I know our whole community is shocked and mourning this event. I want to offer my condolences to the loved ones of all the victims for this unimaginable loss.
News One Lanka. Good news for everyone.